Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to talk about Anthony Ferrer for a couple of minutes. The guy's now in prison. He's been held on federal charges and it doesn't look good. Holds a maximum sentence of 20 years. Just remember, he's a two-time con with multiple convictions for drink driving. Maybe that could be his angle here to help justify what he's done. Who knows? He's currently being held without bail. So unless it goes to trial, or unless he gets another bail hearing, or unless he admits the fraud, he's going to be spending Christmas in jail. It's all very sad, really, and obviously he's a con artist. And what he was actually doing was he was suckering people in with small watch deals. He would take a sub date and he would sell it for you and he would pay you the money straight away. He would lull you into a false sense of security, and then the next minute he would get £100,000 Rolex off you on consignment, and then you would never see or hear about that watch again. He also would sell that watch to other people in trade in lieu of payment. So he was giving other people's watches to other people. It was basically a house of cards. It was a Ponzi scheme that inevitably failed. But I'm going to come at this from a different angle. Sure, he owes $3 million, and sure, he's got about 20 victims minimum, and he's in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. I'm just looking at my notes here. He's a two-time con, and he's facing 20 years in jail. But surely the writing should have been on the wall. Surely it should have been obvious. Well, it was obvious to me that the numbers didn't match. They didn't meet up. I mean, you can't rent a house in LA with a $100,000 a month rental and sell 10 watches a week. That wouldn't even cover the outgoing bills, and he had very expensive staff working for him. He had a lot of hangers on. He was buying some very expensive presents. But I do genuinely feel that Anthony was riding a wave, and the wave in his mind was going up. And he did have multi-millionaire investors on the hook to give him more money in his Los Angeles quest for fame. I want to take you back to 2 years ago, and I feel qualified to talk about Anthony only because I watched Anthony many years ago when he had the Timepiece Gentleman in Texas with Marco, and it was all very exciting. It was realistic, and it was still believable back then. It was genuinely believable, and his channel just grew and grew and grew, and he actually wasn't monetized, so he didn't actually need money from his YouTube channel to fund his lifestyle. And then it all went wrong. The recession kicked in, watch market tanked, he overextended himself, he sold all his watches to go on this adventure in Los Angeles, and it was a massive, great flop. Now, incidentally, the Timepiece Gentleman is still in operation today, but they're very, very quiet now. They're called Grand Caliber. Marco's still there, but he's boring as they come. And the videos are getting, they get 10,000 views when they've got 134,000 subscribers. They only have them subscribers. They're the original subscribers from Anthony's days. When Anthony left Grand Caliber, the Timepiece Gentleman renamed, they had 135k subs, so they're in zero growth, and they're losing subscribers, not gaining any. So no one's interested in that channel, and I'm not surprised because their videos are dull as foof. I watched Anthony from the start, and I liked his channel. I liked him, and I found him highly entertaining. And I don't wish the guy any ill will, but he's got to pay the price here. He's got to be shown that there are consequences for his actions, and he'll have to pay that money back. I don't know how he's going to pay it back, but he'll have to. It's all very sad, and as a fan of his, I have been rooting for the guy and hoping that he would do something, come back some way from this with something, even a Netflix show. It could, Netflix could have easily bailed him out with X amount of money, paid everybody off, and then did a blog on him. But the problem is, he is a two-time con, and an unreliable two-time ex-con, whatever he wants to call himself, and money just seems to flow through his hands like water. So I really don't think anybody's going to invest in Anthony now. It's all very sad, and I believe he has a young son as well. I wouldn't, you've got to remember that he has family. I see it as very dark times for Mr. Anthony Ferrer. Incidentally, I do have 2 joke videos about Anthony from way back. I used to have about 4 or 5 of them, but I subsequently deleted them all in the end because they just weren't that funny anymore. And so if you look at my shorts, you'll see 2 of my spoof videos on my character, because I found it all comical, really, what he was doing at the start and near the end. And if you look at his last video, it was 3 months ago on YouTube, and it has 130,000 views. So somebody's watching, somebody likes him. My 2 cents is he's in a lot of trouble. I don't think anybody's getting their money back, though. So lesson learned to giving very high value watches to complete strangers on consignment. Don't do it. I thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.